every so often, every once in a while, I transport bankers. And I just did right now. And I wanted to relate a bit of the experience. So I took them from San Jose to SFO. It's 3 banker dudes. Head guy was behind me, the boss man of the group, and then there was a young guy next to him, and next to me was kind of like slightly irrelevant, kind of a bit aloof and removed, maybe less important guy sitting here. So that's as far as the social dynamics. And the guy behind me, okay, for starters, they have they have themselves a 4.5 rating, and 4.5, you know, you would think that's good, right? That's basically an A if you were gonna compare it to school metric grading system. 4.5 out of 5 is an A, right? That's a bottom level A. No, that's not a bottom level A. An A is 4.9. B is 4.8. C is 4.7. D is 4.6. And 4.5 is basically an F. And that is a harsh grading curve that I have applied. But basically anything below 4.5 in my mind means you're gonna be a douche. And anything below 4.0 means I have to like have a weapon or something to defend myself. That's just my interpretation of the Uber rating system. Anyway, I hope all this noise isn't too much. I may not be able to air this video. Anyway, so guy behind me, when he first hops in, okay, well, first off, they take forever to get to the car. So I'm sitting there out on the street where their pin is located, and they're not coming out. And I don't care because I'm just playing on my phone, so I don't really care if they come or when they come or anything about them whatsoever, basically. But at some point, I was like, well, these guys, it's been 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, and I'm still sitting here, and there are still no people appearing, so maybe I should, find out something about the situation. So I text him, and he's like, yeah, he didn't say sorry, but he said, thank you. I said, I'm here. And he's like, thank you, we'll be out soon. So another 5 minutes goes by, and then I remember again that I'm supposed to be bothering about passengers, so I text him again, and I asked him if he wanted to come to this side, or should I come around back? And he's like, well, come around back. But there wasn't any sort of like, it was strange, I would say. It was a strange sort of text convo. So I went all the way around. I had to go around like a mile, basically, to get around to where this guy was at. I didn't know how many people there were, but there was 3 of them, and so I went around back, and they hopped in. And it's guys in suits. And so I have Depeche Mode playing, because it's kind of a Depeche Mode kind of a day. And the guy behind me is like, dude's like, I don't remember if he asked or if he just said no radio. Like, I don't remember. It could have been either. He didn't say it. He did not say it in a rude way, but he just basically made it clear that there was not going to be any radio going on in here. And then I said, "Oh, you want the radio down?" So I was turning it down, and he's like, "No, off." He said, "Off." And he didn't, you know, he wasn't raising his voice, but he was just expressing that the radio was going to be off. And so I said, I generally don't like people just telling me to do things. It's bothersome to me. So, but I also don't like causing unnecessary stress for either party. So I was like, well, off? What am I supposed to? What do you want me to do? What am I supposed to listen to? Sit here and listen to my thoughts? You know, and I was trying to get a laugh out of them, and also see if I could poke any holes in his, in his assumed power stance. And I got a couple chuckles from, you know, the kid and the guy, but the guy behind me who was giving the orders, I don't know if he laughed or not. But you know, I turned the music off, and I was hoping that they were gonna substitute, because you know, since he was demanding that I don't have my music to listen to, I was hoping that they would substitute something else to entertain me, or to fill, you know, silent space. I don't mind silent space because, of course, obviously, but I also do enjoy music. And so music's off, and I'm driving these guys to the airport, and it's a nice, you know, it's a nice drive. It's not it's like, I don't know, 40 miles, 40 minutes. It's clear, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm listening to these guys talk, and it always fascinates me when I hear people in corporate, because that's really all banking is it's the head. The banking is the head of the corporate entity. The corporate structure is headed by the banking industry. All of the companies, all of the corporations, you know, they're managed by finance. That's just how it works. So I'm sitting here listening to these, and it's endlessly amazing to me. And of course, you know, I don't particularly enjoy the conversation, because in these conversations, it's literally more and more abstract divisions of money, and ways to divide money, and ways to rename bits of money. That's the only words that are really being thrown around. That's the main thing, is just words that are talking about the bidding, the protection, the sharing, and also which people are at the heads of the spouts, basically. Like, so whoever's guarding a certain, like, ocean of money, and whatever other intermediaries are guarding, like, the you know, the release valves and things like that. They talk about those guys. And it's a strange thing, because it feels like the whole conversation is a mental abstract, but it's not an overly intelligent mental abstract. And maybe, possibly it is, and possibly all these things do have a lot of relevance if I went and studied the monetary beast. Perhaps, maybe, I don't know. But to me, it feels like, and I know they don't just have grasp on what they're talking about, because some of the talk was revolving around, oh, you know, this guy, you know, he just throws shit at the wall and he sees what sticks, or else they're talking about a meeting last night and they're like, well, you know, we got the 50% bullshit model last night, whereas the week before we got the 95% bullshit model. So, like, they know at the same time that they're just fucking around, basically. but at the same time, it's like a dick measuring contest as far as power goes for these guys, and the whole hierarchy thing is evident, and that comes out as well in their conversation, and whose bullshit is being respected, basically, because, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, they're all full of shit, but this guy over here has a bigger bat than this guy over here. So yes, they're both full of shit, but this guy over here just is, we need to pay more attention to him. So it's an interesting thing. Bankers are, you know, it's interesting. I used to have kind of like this, I used to not like the system so much that, of course, I just decided that bankers were scum and kind of like retarded folks. And, you know, that still is there a bit. I'm not saying they have entirely graduated from that, but there is some rhyme and reason to the system as well. It's not just all complete, you know, manipulation and hoarding of resources and this and that. There is, you know, in every system, it's doing what it's doing, and that's what it is, and the people inside are doing what they're doing. That's really the thing of it. On the outside, people who feel that a system is oppressing them, then of course they can just say, well, you know, money is the root of all evil, and banksters all need to be lynched. You know, that's what we're capable of doing, and it makes us feel good, especially if we have been taken advantage of by the money situation, or if, you know, we just aren't in a good money situation. Then to say things like that makes our problem feel like less of a problem, even though perhaps it would be better to get over your issues with money, seeing that you single-handedly are not going to go and replace it with something better or remove it, and then just go get yourself a little bit more money so you don't have to worry so much about it. Because if you're intelligent enough and you're willing to do some work, then really money doesn't have to be a problem. And that's, you know, I'm doing that right now, helping my situation to come to a spot where money isn't a problem. Personally, it is a problem overall, but that's also one of those larger than us problems that, as an individual, maybe you can theorize on it, but you don't want to lose sleep over it. Yeah, so bankers and banksters and me. I mean, I would get along well if I went and joined that community. It's just I don't do the hierarchy thing. Like, I can do the conceptual play, but to sit here and like kiss ass and stuff, I wouldn't be very good at that. So I would just be in there causing, you know, all kinds of problems and talking back and all this. But anyway, gotta go. Bye.